Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of Sculpt January 2018. Today's theme is going to be on mask, and I spent way too long on this piece, like way too long. I honestly didn't want to spend more than 2 hours on each Sculpt January piece, but I think this particular one took about 5 to 6 hours it was. And I even started with a base mesh, so if I really started from scratch, honestly I think this would take even longer. So the base mesh that I'm using is actually a piece that I was working on a few months ago, and I just really never did anything with it. I wanted to start off with, all the facial features and anatomy pretty much kind of established roughly, so that I can focus on spending most of my time on the mask instead. I decided to do something a little bit different for this video. Usually for my ZBrush sculpts, I tend to do like a time-lapse of sorts. So time-lapses are just a fly-through of the working process, and the way that it's being created is that it's done using the undo history of your project. This particular video, however, is going to be my full window, so you can actually see, the brushes that I'm using, all the mistakes that I was making, and all that kind of stuff. The reason why I don't particularly like recording my whole screen is because I never actually sit down and focus solely on sculpting. I tend to have YouTube running in the background, Discord going on somewhere, and I'm just doing a whole bunch of random things. So the reason why I wanted to record the whole screen instead of a time-lapse is to show you guys a different perspective of, the creation process. If you prefer this type of recording versus time-lapses, let me know. So in the future, I can kind of focus a little bit more on doing these options. I'm not going to be able to do it all the time because my focus and attention span is just not the most amazing. So this is definitely a really interesting one for me, and I really like the concept of it. It was inspired by an image that I saw on Pinterest, and I just wanted to recreate the idea of like a dripping candle mask. So the reason why it took so long is because I made a whole bunch of mistakes, which you guys can kind of see in the video. And I was also trial and erroring a lot of new techniques and methods of sculpting. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say on today's piece. I'm going to let the entire recording just play through with like music in the background. Thank you again for coming in to watch this. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.